do you get power to a metal building that's in your backyard and it's almost 250 feet away? Well, we're going to show you. Our customer wanted to do a project in two separate phases. The first phase is going to be us running the conduit, the wire, and setting a sub panel in the metal building. The second phase is going to be upgrading their existing 200 amp service to a new 400 amp service. We began this project by hand digging the first 30 feet. We had multiple things buried in this area, and we didn't want to run the risk of hitting it with the excavator. So once we made it to the other side of the fence, we began digging with the excavator. The required coverage for this conduit is 18 inches of dirt. When we install conduit, we try to make it a little bit deeper than that, so we want to have 24 inches of cover just to be sure. Before we complete the backfill of this ditch, we install flagging tape at about halfway up the ditch. This isn't required, but it makes it easier in case someone in the future begins to dig in this area. Next, we're going to pull a string in. We're going to set the vacuum up on one end, set a bucket of jet line with a rat, put the vacuum on the pipe, and then suck it to the other end. Once your string is in, you're going to attach your 1/4 inch rope, pull the rope in, and now you're ready to make up your service head. Once you have your rope, we're going to set up the wire next. You'll strip back the insulation on each one of the cables, 8 to 12 inches. Then untwist each individual strand and wrap them around the rope. Once you've done this, you're going to squeeze the wires tight, wrap them up with tape. Finally, we're going to add some soap and make sure that it's easier for us when we pull the wire in. Now that we have our wire pulled into our conduit, we're going to begin to look in the building and determine where we're going to put our electrical panel. Once we know this, then we're going to begin laying out our boxes for our light fixtures, our outlets, and switches. Once the boxes are set, we're going to pull MC cable over to the panel location. When we mount our panel inside the metal building, we anchor unistrut from beam to beam. Once the panel is actually mounted to the unistrut, we're going to install one additional piece right above it. This gives you another place that you can strap your cables that are going to be coming into your panel. I mentioned that this project is going to be done in two phases. The second phase, we're going to upgrade the service to a 400 amp service. And by doing this, it's going to give us an additional 200 amp disconnect that will provide power just to the building itself. When we installed the conduit and the wire, we made sure to account for the voltage drop that's going to happen because of the distance from the home to the actual metal building. This is our finished product after installation. How do you think it turned out?